Shadow, it's I, Krunk.
Lily.
Ugh. We're gonna figure you out today. That's the goal. I spent some hours learning spells, and I took this one called telepathy, which will allow my mind to link to yours. So perhaps we can get to the bottom of what's going on in there.
Hello, fellow geeks. Welcome to the next episode of Stolen Fate, our playthrough of the Pathfinder 2e adventure path from Paizo. For this series, we have Chase, that's me, as our intrepid game master. M is the enthusiastic Krunk. Katie is the mysterious Gingham, and Tori is the quick-witted Jack. In this episode, the heroes return once again to Harrowcourt as they uncover some of its stranger secrets. We hope you enjoy it. Now let's roll!
Welcome back, fellow geeks, to another episode of Stolen Fate. Now, we're kicking right back off as you guys jumped through the portal back into Harrowcourt after you obtained the Big Sky. And Jack, you're the one who obtained the Big Sky.
Yeah, only one of us jumped through the portal, I would just like to point out.
One was rolled, the other one was dragged.
You got there, you got through the portal, and Jack, you are clutching the necklace holding the Big Sky, as well as a very expensive ruby holy symbol of Pazuzu that it was attached to.
Am I awake?
You were unconscious when you were pulled.
I was unconscious when I rolled into the Harrowcourt, and so was Gingham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys are probably unconscious then. So Krunk, you walk through and you see that expensive Big Sky and the holy symbol amulet. Currently, Shadow is sitting there looking very nervous, hands on head, being quite concerned.
Easy. It's fine. Here, let me. And I'm going to reach over. I'm going to use my last lay on hands on... I have to actually be more accurate with this order, because he would probably heal Jack first. So we need to do a battle medicine on Jack, and then I can lay on hands on Gingham.
You got it. And we won't make you a roll because you guys are in Harrowcourt here, so you guys are going to patch up quite easily. So I'll go ahead and remove your conditions here, and Krunk will say that you get them conscious and at least patched up enough.
Can I say one thing, Chase?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Y'all are so lucky that I didn't end up taking the feat where when I battle medicine people, I can use like my own blood and slough off of my flesh as band-aids. I really thought about it because the idea of Krunk giving up part of himself to be permanently part of Jack felt really good, but I decided not to.
I hate that. I really hate that a lot.
A portable Band-Aid and Neosporin dispenser.
Yeah, I just go, let me and I just pull off some of my flesh, and I'm like, here, Band-Aid.
Better than mom's spit.
Jack maybe would have just chosen to die.
Yeah. I can ooze some of my plasma, and it changes to your blood type. It's perfect.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, as it stands, you're doing normal battle medicine.
Doing normal battle medicine with
and
like
we
actual
are all
tools
thankful for it.
Ugh.
All of us.
What's the point of being a flesh warp? You can't gross out your friends.
Shadow has his twine mouth that's currently in a very concerned squiggly. There's a little tear forming in the corner of his eyes. He's looking very concerned. Meanwhile, Guy comes spinning in like a top in a ballerina formation, twirling very fast as a rock. That comes swooshing by all of you. Got another epitome!
Oh, my head.
Snake arms.
You wake up, Jack, and Shadow makes a very weird, distorted face with his twine mouth, and his mouth starts to quiver, and it does the ripping in half again, like the twine normally does. This time it seems like the twine bleeds a little bit as it splits apart, and he makes like this weird rising, squeaking sound as it does, like, oh. And then...
Excuse me, here in the back by me one more time. No.
Crane? Like the
Green?
bird?
Like the
What?
color.
Like the color?
Like the color.
All of us were just like, crane, green? What is, okay,
We don't know what you want.
green? He's staring at me?
Yeah, he gives you a hug and pats your back.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Green.
Easy does it. Green.
I swear I'm hearing him say crane.
I think it might just be the twine mouth thing. He doesn't really talk a lot. Maybe he's just practicing. Pretty sure he's saying green, though.
Green.
Well, now it sounds like brain. Do you want to
Or-
eat Jack's brain?
Let's not give him that
don't worry
idea.
about him. You got another epitome.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
We're on a schedule here. Let's let it free.
Okay, well, maybe everyone can get out of my face a little bit. Jack will kind of gently shove Shadow off and stand up and brush Guy away. He'll take the big sky, which is, I guess, clutched in his hand. His hand
Yep.
is probably still like super clutched around it because he died from he almost died from electricity damage. So I think like his like muscles are still spasming slightly. He's like having some like leftover shock, but he peels the epitome off and lets it go.
Makes
Lets
that
it fly.
whipping, peeling tape off sound, and it goes flying out the window off to the north. And Guy will nod. It's a good one in the desert.
What's it do?
It's gonna make a nice little layer of mirrored glass upon the desert. You can go meditate there. It'll cleanse your soul.
Cleanse your soul?
Yeah, real good. Mechanically, you guys can remove a curse if you rest there, though it comes at a cost of some severe element damage because it's either going to be extremely hot or extremely cold depending on when you rest.
Interesting.
Cheese,
Yes,
would you maybe classify the call as a curse?
potential.
Hmm.
Only resting on a big giant mirror reflecting
the
the sky
desert.
would tell.
Chase,
Yes.
would you say the fact that Gingham turned into a different doll be a curse?
That sounds pretty cursed, but is it a curse? That's something only a big old mirror in the desert will tell.
Or
Or-
maybe a god? We could probably ask one.
Guy?
Yeah. Hey, everybody line up for a sniff test.
Why?
Because I think we're past due. When's the last time you had one?
I don't think I've ever had a
It's an
sniff
excellent
test.
point. I haven't had one.
All right, everybody line up.
I can't believe Krunk is like, oh yes, that is a reasonable explanation.
I've never had that happen before. Perhaps I've been missing out this whole time. Chase, I did roll a secret perception check because I just want to see how Krunk is feeling these days about Guy. I know I got like sus feelings before. I just want to see if that's still my vibe check.
Guy is definitely pretty odd and hard to get a read on, but you haven't in quite some time gotten any malicious vibes off of him. He does seem like he's generally aligning his interests with your own.
Perfect. That plays perfectly into my sniff test. I am prepared to undergo such an event.
Very
Does
good.
Shadow have to go through the sniff test?
Nah, why would he have to go through the sniff test?
I don't know why I would have to go through the sniff test.
Oh, we got to see how you're doing out there.
Obviously, Jack, come on.
Okay, whatever.
He's gonna twirl gracefully and then like do a deep bow as he takes a big old sniff right at Jack's neck.
At his neck?
Good.
Oh,
Yeah, his
Jack
neck.
leans away. This is awkward.
His neck?
When he twirls back and does a very low bow and sniffs the top of Gingham's head, and then he arches his back in some kind of really weird, awkward, flexible rock way and sniffs underneath Krunk's chin.
No. I'm proffering the armpit
Proffering the armpit.
right here. It's
this
this
is
or
good.
nothing.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got a good
Good.
enough of a whiff. Yeah, things are going good out there. You're doing great. Just keep up the good work. Whatever you're doing, A grade.
That's what I expected, but Tell me more about this scientific method you're using.
Man, another banger joke by Krunk Boss. Scientific method. All right, I'm going to go take a fly. I'll be right back. Oh, hey, Jack, you had a message left for you on the crystal thing.
I don't think I ever want to look at that thing again.
I don't know. He said he's your best friend.
That honestly makes me want to look at it less. If I'm being honest.
I'll take a look if you're nervous about it. I'll find out this imposter immediately.
Well, it's okay. I should probably look.
I don't know. He said sprinkle some snake salts over the crystal if you wanted to reach out back.
What the fuck is snake salt?
I don't know. Gotta fly.
Got a jet. Is that a new catchphrase for Guy? Is he becoming a sitcom character?
Jimmy? Is he Jimmy Neutron? We've misnamed him.
Gotta fly.
Yeah.
The way that Krunk's arms are just grasping at feathers, trying to catch him and drag him back for a real explanation. Like, he can escape, but Krunk went after him a little bit.
You do a little snatch. He kind of does like a very graceful twirl out of your grasp. Looks like it's not even like definitely intentional, but you miss it.
Do any of those words mean anything to me, Chase?
Absolutely not.
What? Okay.
You could do an arcana to know about snake salts.
Sure.
I'll do an arcana to know about snake salts if that's
Yeah.
chill.
Oh yeah.
I'll do a esoteric lore because obviously.
How about I rolled a 4 for a total of 25?
Yep.
How about I got a 29?
How about coming in at a 34 here at the end?
All right, Jack, you don't know. Krunk, you actually do just because you have probably used them before with that roll. And Gingham, you would know this as well. Snake salts are a common material component for spells. They're used in a lot of poison variety spells. Cantrips, lower level spells, not very expensive. Common in most wizards' component pouches.
All right. I dig it.
Do you guys know what snake salts are or where I can get some?
Go ahead, Gingham.
Oh, where to get some? I'm sure we could go wander about and find them.
You didn't explain what they are.
Could you narrow that down a little bit?
Oh, sorry. It's a spell component that you would use for, like those simpler spells. It's what I've read anyway. I probably have something in my bag about it.
I can just give you some, Jack. Here.
Does Krunk have some?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Krunk would have it with common components.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I guess I'll go find out who this strange caller is, my supposed best friend.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know who this is, and I don't know what to expect. And my last experience with that crystal ball was not exactly pleasant, so...
Understandable. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Jack.
It's fine. What's Shadow doing? Is he following Jack again? Is he kind of doing his own thing, or...
All right, we just
is he still parroting green?
Shadow has like a lot more emotion than before you left last time. He's got like just a little gentle smile on his twine mouth now. He's still standing a little too uncomfortably close. And when you look back to see what he's doing, he does a little green.
Okay. Well, I'll wander over toward the crystal ball.
Excellent.
That's what Guy was talking about, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sprinkling some snake salts.
Sprinkle the snake salts over the crystal ball. Jack is ready with I imagine we maybe have like a covering or a sheet or something that goes over the crystal ball when we're not using it. So Jack is ready to throw it back over as soon as whatever happens.
Excellent. Yeah, you sprinkle some snake salts over the crystal ball and it immediately fills with smoke and swirls around. And then as that smoke starts to clear, you see like a zoomed up camera's view of a snake face. Its tongue flickers as if it's inside the crystal. And then the snake face moves out of the way and you see a human gentleman with tangled long blondish brown hair, same colored goatee. You do recognize this man. You've adventured with him a long time ago. He's a wizard named Willem that you used to work with. Jack, that you?
No, get out of here right now, Chase.
This is canon. This is
Oh
a
my
canon
gosh.
event.
Dear gods, why are you calling me?
You have a crystal ball.
Okay. And
What are you doing with one of those?
it's a really long story. Why? I also, best friend, what do you have?
No. I've just found that people are more responsive if you tend to tell them that they're best friends.
Okay.
We are good pals, though, are we not?
Pardon.
Sorry. Willem, Krunk, Gingham, there.
Jack's
Are you
actual
gesturing to
best
people?
friend.
I can't see you, Jack.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
just hear you.
There are
You've
people
got a lot to
here.
learn about magic stuff.
What do you want, Willem?
Well, let's catch up a bit first. How have things been? Still adventuring?
Things have been really crazy and kind of shitty. Sometimes a little good. It's been a mixed bag.
Mixed bag. I like that. Same here.
Are you
Well,
still?
that's good.
Wait, how's your snake?
Aurora? Oh, she's great. She said hi, I think, before I did.
Are you still inappropriately close with her?
Inappropriately close. Nah, just my thesis.
Right.
We still have a very solid bond, yes.
You're not done with your thesis, though?
A thesis is ever ongoing, Jack.
Well, I wouldn't want to keep you from that, so let's wrap this up.
So impatient. You must be in the middle of something. Apologies. Thanks for reaching back. Hey, there's something I wish to talk to you about. It's a little bit
guessed
complicated,
that.
and I am also preoccupied at the moment. But do you think we could perhaps discuss, say, an Absalom in 3 days' time?
Could you give me a little more details of what this is about?
I must be very careful given the means of how I'm reaching out to you, as I do believe you're in some sort of extraplanar space at the moment. Am I wrong?
That's true.
Good. Well, at least that's correct. So, no, I'm not going to say anything else. Just be careful. I believe your very existence is in grave danger, and it somehow stumbled across my so-called magical recon.
Okay, 3 days.
3 days, Absalom, do you have a favorite bar or something? You still the, how do I say this, skulking type? Somewhere classy would be good, Jack.
There's a really great place. It's new. It's the finest restaurant, I think. It's like I said, it's hot. It's up and coming. It's called the Stirrup and Barding.
The Stirrup and Barding. Never heard of it before.
Yeah, you're going to
All
want to
right.
get there at least an hour early to get a table.
An hour early. How about we say 7 a.m.?
Okay. Yeah, that should work fine, I guess. 7
Good.
a.m. And you're going to want to knock 5 times and then wait 10 seconds. Then knock
Jack, is this a
3
crime
more
syndicate?
times. No, it's an exclusive restaurant. I'm sorry, you wanted to go to a shithole? I thought you wanted to go to a classy place.
All right, fine. Exclusivity is good.
Okay, as I was saying, and then Jack proceeds to describe an insanely complicated knock and wait sequence, and then he says, and they aren't going to respond back to you for 30 minutes. So
Got it. All
you
up
just
here.
have to be patient. Yeah, and I'll meet you there.
I'm so proud of you for knowing what snake salts are, by the way. I mean, there's other ways I could have reached back out, but I was just curious. I see you've done some studies.
Well, yep.
Are you casting yet?
No, I don't think so.
No, if you don't think so, then you're certainly not.
But even as Jack says this, he feels like this weird spark in his mind that he has not felt before, that where like suddenly he says this and he suddenly feels like it's actually maybe not true, though he has not ever cast a spell before. And I leveled up and I gained some hag magic is what I got. So he knows he can cast illusory disguise, but we have not done that yet. But Jack feels this sudden spark in him that he was not aware
What
of
good
before.
time. All right, well, I'm going to cut the connection to this. It's quite exhausting because you're not contributing anything to the connection. No offense. So we'll see you then, Jack. Nice to meet you, Krunk, Gingham. I look forward to seeing your actual faces.
Yes, I can't wait
Bye.
until we're in the same room.
If they're saying anything, I can't hear them.
They say bye.
Okay. Bye then, Jack.
Okay.
And it cuts off. Krunk, roll me a perception.
I would love to. Does it need to be blind?
Nah.
What about a 34?
As the connection cuts, it poofs back to smoke in the crystal ball, and as that smoke fades away, you could swear you see the shape of a butterfly in the scrying glass.
Okay, good to know.
Well, that was weird. I didn't know you could like call crystal balls? Admittedly, I don't really know much about these objects at all.
You normally can't. Guy comes walking back in like one of the crusty Tengus now.
Well, whatever. More questions. I'll just add it to the list. What difference does it make? I'm not going to get any of them answered anyway. I don't know why I worry about trying to figure anything out.
Jack, who's your friend?
Willem? He's some wizard I used to have to hang around with sometimes.
There's something about him. We should definitely attend that meeting.
Well, sure. I mean, it sounded important. But if by something about him you mean he's kind of off-putting and incredibly annoying, then yes, you're right.
I wouldn't want to hear what you have to say about me behind my back, Jack.
Also, just so you guys are prepared for this meeting, he is weirdly close with his snake. So just don't stare. He doesn't think anything of it. Plenty of people have pointed it out to him. I think he's just living in willful denial at this point. So don't bother. Don't remark on it. Just move on. It's weird. We all know it. Let's just look past it. All right?
As you wish, Jack. I am quite curious to see what this man is like with his snake.
I wouldn't be... I wouldn't think any more on it than you absolutely have to, if I'm being honest.
As you wish, Jack.
Okay, I'm gonna lie down. I feel pretty friggin' tired after this one. So, see y'all in the morning, or whatever time it is here.
All right. So you guys all taking a rest?
Gingham would like to ask about snake arms.
Who are you asking?
A guy. If Jack's wandering off, Gingham's gonna turn and look up at Guy. Guy?
Yeah.
Would you happen to know about the snakes that are around and if they could turn anything else into their form?
Yeah, of course.
What does that mean, of course?
Well, if they bite you, you get the fluffitis.
What is that?
So you turn to fluff.
That did start happening. How do I fix it?
Maybe go take a rest out on the mirror.
Oh. All right, I could go do that.
Just really think about it. Think about expending all of the fluff poison out of your body.
So like meditating on the big mirror?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Krunk, I'm going to go do that.
Wait a moment, you're bloodied and injured. Are you sure now is the time you want to do this?
I think it is.
Like 2 people have woken up dead there before.
Oh, see, they've woken up though.
I guess they didn't.
You know what, Gingham, if you feel like it is a good idea for you to go tonight, far be it from me to stop you. Have a wonderful evening.
You too, Krunk. Gingham's gonna wander off toward the desert.
Hey, taking a
Gingham's
rest in
gonna
Mirrorland.
Gingham's going to the desert, bye!
How much? I only healed you for 36 healing.
Chase said not worry about it, so I'm not.
Yeah, I'm all healed up, apparently.
Let's maybe worry about if we can go sleep in the desert.
Let's maybe worry about it.
If we're worried, hold on, I take it back. We're suddenly worrying about it. If we're worrying about it,
no, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm getting mixed messages here.
It's when you wake up, so you'll get your nice full Harrowcourt rest, and then you're gonna wake up.
It's just that. So
how much healing do you feel at night?
Full here in Harrowcourt.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't worry about it. Gingham is going to wander off in a Gingham manner toward the desert.
Excellent.
Why not?
Yes, importance?
I have a question of great import.
Yes?
Are you saying every time I gather poison with the snakes, I have to go sleep in the desert and get frozen or boiled?
I never said that.
You never said that.
I never said that. You said it
Hold on.
in different words.
Hold on. Okay, now that my brain has engaged, Gingham is not going to quite toddle off to the desert. Gingham's going to go find Jack first. Catch up with Jack, probably.
Yeah, he's in his room. He thought to his rooms, but you could go knock on his door.
To his room. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you hear a soft like boop.
Where did I leave Shadow? Is he out the door? I guess I thought to my room.
He's standing right outside the door, probably standing by Gingham.
Okay. Shadow, not now. Also, when did you learn to knock? Oh, sorry,
It's-
Gingham.
I have a question for you, Jack.
Okay.
Did you get bit by the snakes?
Yeah, every time they brought back a little scrap of ingredient for the poison, they nipped me.
Oh, so I learned something from Guy, and it has to do with turning to fluff after they've bit you. And Guy says that the way to deal with it is to go sleep in the desert.
On the big sky disc.
Okay.
Okay.
I just thought you should know. You don't have to come with, but I would hate for you to turn into a big bowl of fluff. Krunk might dismember me.
I would also hate to turn into a big bowl of fluff, especially after seeing your arms go that direction.
It was quite
I'd-
frustrating and unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we're camping tonight. I don't know why I expected to get any real rest in this place. Silly me! Okay, let's go to the desert.
Gingham's gonna pat Jack's shin. It'll be fine.
I mean, have you thought about the fact that we're gonna be waking up on a mirror in the desert
I mean,
where it's very, very bright and very, very sunny and hot?
or cold.
That too. All I'm saying is this is not gonna be pleasant.
It's either that or turn into fluff. What should you prefer?
No, you're absolutely right. I'm ready to go. Let's head that direction. Shadow, are you coming or what?
Maybe that's
Hey,
what green means.
I'm pretty sure he's referring to like my eye or my mother or something.
Maybe. Are you coming, Shadow?
Well, that's a fun new feature.
Gingham's gonna uppies at Shadow to see if it works.
Yeah, he'll lift you up and put it on
Yes.
your
Yay, we
shoulders.
found a new person to offload Gingham.
I have uppies successfully to Shadow. Perfect.
Jack will scribble a quick note to Krunk and leave it on your door. Just as a went out to sleep in the desert to not turn into fluff. See you later.
Perfect.
Jay.
Jay. And then there's a little scribble of Gingham under.
Little stick figure.
That's gonna be the most upsetting part, is that Gingham got to go for a night out.
Oh my god.
Even though it's the most unpleasant night out of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah.
Unfortunate timing strikes again.
Hey, Gingham, do you think I can meditate on 2 curses at once?
What other curse would you meditate on?
I'll give you a guess. He opens his green eye really wide.
Oh, right. Maybe.
You know, just my impending doom. Might be nice to shed that if I can.
I mean, the fluff seems like more impending than possibly your dead mother, but you could try both.
All right, I guess that's true. We'll see how this fluff stuff goes.
Oh, I like that it's called fluff stuff. Sounds better.
Excellent. Are you guys into the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, is Shadow coming?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's following Jack, holding Gingham on his
Hey,
shoulders.
Shadow, maybe you can meditate on your twine mouth or whatever it is that's wrong. Maybe you'll wake up and be able to talk fully and say something besides green.
He seems like he gets a little bit of a pep in his step.
Ah, he likes it.
Oh, he understood. Okay. What's Krunk doing tonight? He's got the whole castle to himself.
I know. I was thinking about studying Shadow and trying to figure out what the hell's happening with him. But if he's gone, then I think that he's gonna go and try and learn a new spell for the evening. And so I'll update you on what I decide to learn. And then he's gonna go take a long rest.
Nice. Good stuff.
Must be nice. Must be fun to not
Must
have
be.
to turn into fluff.
Freaking nice.
All right, you guys head through the township to the north towards the desert, and this is pretty obvious to see. There is a massive panel of reflective glass for miles long, and as you get closer to it, you can see it's perfectly reflecting the beautiful, clear night sky. There's a full moon, lots of stars in the sky, crisp, chilly night air that kind of washes over you closer to the desert. Jack, as you approach and the glass gets closer, you get a weird flutter through your stomach that sends shivers up your spine.
In an unpleasant way or a pleasant way?
Somewhere in between.
Okay. Do I feel prompted to do anything or try anything?
No,
or...
it's just a weird, notable sensation that comes and goes quickly.
All right. Jack will just roll with it. It's far from the weirdest thing that's happened in this place.
All right. So Shadow's with you, carrying Gingham. You guys walk up to the glass and you see it right in front of you. Big pane of glass. You guys are heading out there to meditate?
That's the plan.
Cool. All right. Jack, you're first to step on there. It feels nice and solid. The glass feels sturdy. Shadow is in tow, and as he steps behind you, Gingham, you feel a whoosh as all of a sudden your feet are on the glass, and you hear Shadow shout, "Krunk!" And Shadow falls straight through the glass. And looks like he's falling up towards the sky. All right, Shadow is falling up towards the sky through the glass. A trailing rain.
Oh,
Wait, okay, so to us, it looks like he's falling
Straight
down?
through. So he took a step on there and he fell right through the glass. And you now see him flailing and falling. Like, you don't see him up if you look up, but you see him in the reflection down below as if he's falling towards the sky, like towards the moon.
Could I argue to try to catch him
Yeah.
before he gets too far away?
You may argue and you may try, but he's gone. You go to try to grab him and you just hit solid glass.
Oh my gosh!
guy?
Gingham, guy,
Guy?
Yeah, what?
what? Jack just motions down at Shadow.
He fell through
He's-
the glass.
He's back in rock form and he tilts his head. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Can you go get him?
Yeah, I'll get him when he comes back.
What do you mean when he comes back?
Well, I mean, he'll be coming back through, right?
What do,
That's a question for you.
What goes up must go up. Is that what they say?
No.
That is not what they say. Is he
Alright, hold
coming
on.
back?
Yeah, he'll be back. Wait for it. He holds up a clawed finger. And you guys hear from above you now. And Guy looks up and Shadow's now falling from the sky. And Guy leaps up in his rock form and catches him. Sets him down on the sand next to the mirror. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to go on there. That's bosses only. Rain.
Thank
He's
you,
like sweating
Shadow.
profusely.
Jack
Gingham.
actually comes over and like, you know, kind of grabs his shoulders. Are you okay? You good?
He wipes his brow. Green.
Okay.
Gingham will walk
Sorry.
over too. Thank you for the ride. I'm so sorry.
He
Yeah, we
turns around
didn't
and
know.
he like straight arms at his side just runs away.
Oh,
No.
we hurt
What did
the
you guys
puppy.
do?
Nothing.
We did. We kicked the puppy, but it was an accident.
I didn't mean to kick the puppy. The puppy got in the way.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well,
Oh,
happy camping.
okay.
You're not gonna fall through it. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
He
Okay.
should have known. He forgets who he is sometimes.
Oh.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, he's Shadow.
Okay. That's enough from you, guy. Thanks for catching him.
He bats his wings and he just disappears.
I think Jack just, like, in silence, just turns and shuffles out toward, like, farther onto the mirror.
Gingham follows. But he's fine now, you know.
Yeah, let's just get this over with.
All right.
All right, you guys walk out onto this glass, and as you do, it becomes a very strange experience, kind of like vertigo. It almost feels like you're walking in the air, because when you get towards the middle, it's just sky all around you. And the sensation of solid beneath your feet starts to fade the more that you walk out there. It just feels like you're walking on air, and it's pretty intoxicating. It starts to feel like you're flying after a moment, and you lose track of time really fast. You just get lost in your thoughts and what you're pondering on as you're just in this open sky of nothingness above you and below you. And it's quite relaxing. Enough to where you do get a full rest. But then once you finally snap out of it is when you realize that your bodies are absolutely freezingly cold, to the point where you feel like maybe you might die of temperature drop. Gingham, you don't have any kind of resistance to cold temperatures or anything, right?
Just the void.
Excellent. You snap out when you kind of notice that Jack has like icicles hanging from his nose. And you realize you guys have just kind of been wandering aimlessly.
Jack
What curses were you
Frost!
pondering on this night?
It's really good, Em.
Thank you.
Sorry, do you ask Gingham what they were pondering on?
Both of you, either of you.
Oh, go ahead, Gingham.
Gingham started spinning and twirling while thinking about snakes and being a different kind of fluff. And that's not very nice, to be a different kind of fluff where you can't use your arms. Would prefer not to be that way. And then their hat fell off at some point. And that's the Gingham was pondering not being a different fluff.
Excellent. You don't know if anything happened. You don't feel any different, but you definitely pondered it.
Great.
What about you, Jack?
I think Jack set out to get rid of the fluffitis, but despite himself being in such a strange, reflective place, his mind drifted to the call and his destiny and what that means. And if his whole life is just on a track and it doesn't matter which way he turns, he's headed one direction, or if there's still some chance for him to go a different way.
All right. Same for you. You don't know if anything happened. You don't feel any different, but you definitely thought on that all night. All right.
Jack is freezing. They get off the mirror. He's like, oh, God damn it. I totally forgot about the fluff thing. I was just thinking about hag stuff the whole time. Am I going to have to camp out again?
Oh, well.
Do you feel any different? Do you feel like you're not fluffy anymore? Or not snake fluffy, I mean?
No, I feel the same.
Yeah, me too. Well, I guess we should make sure Krunk didn't burn down the castle while we were gone.
Oh, Jack, were you? No, you probably aren't. We should go back.
Probably not what?
Oh, just a little bit afraid that Krunk might dismember you at some point. That's all.
Gonna fucking kill Gingham.
A weird couple
Jack
of days
has
for
no
Jack.
need to worry. Let's just leave it at that.
Case in point.
You know, honestly, Gingham, I'm more frequently worried that Krunk is going to dismember everyone else around me who accidentally gets in my way.
Oh, I can see that happening quite frequently.
Yeah, to be honest, I think sometimes Krunk might consider you in that category, which is a little concerning.
Oh, I do get that from him quite a lot.
His face. You know, I think Krunk is maybe just a little, I don't know if Krunk has had a lot of friends before, or doesn't have a lot of friends now, at least. So maybe he's just really worried about holding on to his friend, which I believe he considers me to be.
Mhm.
And maybe you just haven't found your way onto that list yet. But I don't think it's impossible that you could do that.
Suppose we'll see. If he's concerned, though, what do you think he thinks of that Willem fellow?
Oh, well, now that you mention it, Willem did say he was my best friend, which is completely false, but I could see how Krunk might not like that idea. But honestly, if he were to try to tear Willem into pieces, I don't think I would mind that terribly, actually. He wouldn't be able to. I mean, I don't think it would come to that. It would be explosive on both sides, is what I'm saying. I don't really know who would come out on top, and I don't really want to find out. I just think it would be kind of funny if Krunk messed with Willem a little bit. That part I wouldn't mind.
Maybe they both lose a limb in this, and Gingham just starts, spinning and dancing off the ice.
Hey, but Gingham, if you're worried about trying to get on Krunk's good side, as it were, you know, his attitude towards Shadow shifted completely as soon as Shadow helped me. So maybe that's something you can think about.
Have I not helped you?
Well, you've been helpful, generally. I don't know if Krunk sees it as specifically helping me, though. You know, so maybe you could just do more things that are directly helpful to me.
What a take you have on the world.
Just trying to offer some help.
All
right, we'll head back, I suppose.
Excellent. All right, you guys head back. On your way back, you see Shadow walking towards you both. Twine mouth in a straight line, looking pretty emotionless today, not as peppy as he was yesterday. Oddly enough, when he reaches you two, he does not get uncomfortably close to Jack. He gets uncomfortably close to Gingham.
Hi, Shadow.
Lily.
Lily? You learned a new word!
Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Does his voice sound completely different, Chase?
Yeah, it's super deep now.
Okay. Well, that's a weird development.
Gingham's gonna reach. Instead of uppies, it'll just be a reach for a handhold.
He does not respond.
Well, come on, Shadow. Let's go.
Lily.
Lily,
And he'll follow
don't-
you back.
I don't know.
All right. You guys get back, and it's a new day, and that day is Fate Day number 11. You guys have some downtime here if you would like. Now, as you guys get back to Harrowcourt, there is just one archway that is still misting, and that is the archway that supposedly holds the card of the trumpet. Now, I think you guys discussed downtime and shopping off screen a little bit. So is there anything you guys want to discuss or go over or let the viewers know about? Krunk, did you get your new spell?
Yes, I learned one last night, and I'm going to use downtime today to learn the other two.
Nice. What are they? Or do you not know yet?
I do know. I would actually like to do a little roleplay scene to reveal one of them, though.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
When do you want me to do that?
Why not now? No time like the present.
So when everyone's gone shopping, Krunk's not going to go with. He's going to hang back, and he's going to find Shadow and try and have a conversation with Shadow.
Okay. So after everybody leaves, Shadow just kind of aimlessly wandering about.
Shadow, it's I, Krunk.
Lily.
Ugh. You know, we're gonna figure you out today. That's the goal. I took this. I spent some hours learning spells, and I took this one called telepathy, which will allow my mind to link to yours. So perhaps we can get to the bottom of what's going on in there.
Lily.
Will you allow me to cast a spell upon you?
Lily.
Perfect. And I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and cast telepathy.
All right. What does telepathy do?
So we have to share a language. We need to be in 30 feet of each other. It's a two-way connection. And as long as we share a language, we can talk with our minds back and forth.
Fantastic. As soon as you establish that connection, you immediately hear in your mind a beautiful feminine voice humming a haunting, sad-sounding melody.
Is Shadow your mom?
We saw my mom in
That's
hell.
true. That's true. I'm just befuddled.
And Shadow like swatted the crystal ball away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that did happen. All right. Krunk is going to furrow his brow, think for a moment, and then speak. I quite appreciate this melody, but perhaps we can speak to one another.
The melody pauses for a moment and then picks back up.
I try to hum it back in my mind.
Yeah, you sync it up and it sounds quite haunting as you sync it up as well. Where are you when you do this?
Where was Shadow when I found him?
That's up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna say he was in that main room where these archways are, and so we're within eyesight of the trumpet.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, as you start humming it back, the crystal ball that's on the open hag's mouth in this room starts to rattle just ever so slightly.
Oh, I'm gonna go over there and like detect magic. Is there or roll an arcana? What's going on here?
It looks like it's trying to activate. You probably could activate it if you wanted to.
I don't have any backup here. I'm gonna call for Guy, just so that Guy is in the room with me while I try and activate the crystal ball.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, would you mind just hanging around for a minute while I do some magical experiments? You can be back
do
up.
I have to?
Yes, you have to. Now shut up.
All right.
Thank you. And I'm going to activate the crystal ball.
All right. Are you still humming the melody?
Yes, in my mind.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. So as you activate the crystal ball, it smokes and it swirls, and then as that smoke fades, you see an image of a beautiful grassy farmstead with just a little modest house with a straw roof, smoking chimney up above. You see in front of it, you see Shadow. It clearly looks like Shadow, though he's in maybe more common clothes, button-down shirt, brown trousers, and he has a mouth, and he looks completely human. And he's just smiling chopping some wood in front of the house, and around Shadow you see a little girl with black hair, maybe like 5 years old. She's pretty small. She's running around with a dog, a little shaggy white dog, tossing a ball for it and laughing and giggling. You can see in that image, Shadow is chopping some wood and humming that tune as he works.
I look over at the shadow by me.
Lily.
Is that the name of your daughter?
Lily. He's saying Lily, by the way. That's not happening
in my mind.
telepathically. Yeah.
I can change my closet to take me anywhere in the world.
True.
I would like to change my closet to take me to where this hut is.
Okay, that takes a day of downtime.
A whole day?
A whole day.
Crap. There's no way I can speed that up before everybody gets back and I have to explain this awkward situation to them.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't take the whole day today because I already paid for some spells that I'm going to finish learning today.
Okay.
I'm going to learn telepathic bond so that it can target 4 creatures and we can all communicate with Shadow next time, but it takes more hours than I had last night. And I'm going to learn prestidigitation. I think that's a handy spell.
Okay. Excellent.
Can I get anything else out of Shadow?
No, he seems pretty non-responsive. You still hear that same feminine voice humming the tune.
Can I ask the voice?
The humming is in sync with Shadow doing it through the crystal ball. Can you what?
Can I ask the voice, like, who they are?
Every time you ask a question, the tune pauses for a moment and then just resumes.
All right, sounds good. I'll leave it then.
Okay. All right. Gingham and Jack, you guys are doing a little bit of a shopping trip. Anything note you want to discuss?
Well, my closet is still set to Chiliac, so can I go through Gingham's closet?
Yeah, sure.
Is that possible? Okay.
Uh-huh. As long as Gingham lets you.
Gingham, do I have permission to pass through your closet?
No.
Yes.
No. Gingham will be.
Do I have your closet consent?
My closet. I may pass through my closet.
Okay. Gingham doesn't have to come. Jack was just going to sell the thing and then get a couple of scrolls and stuff. So if Gingham wants to do other things, Jack doesn't need you to come.
Gingham will go set about the brass dwarf deconstructing stuff.
The net gun?
Like the net gun.
Nice. So Brass Dwarf's going to deconstruct that gun for you, reverse engineer it to get the formula. Nice. Mm-hmm. I like it. The Brass Dwarf will even take notes for you as it deconstructs it and like add them to the little library in the way.
Aww.
Jack will go shopping and he'll also check his P.O. box or whatever he's got here.
Yeah, there's probably like mail courier buildings where you can check to see if something's arrived. They probably have magical connections to different locations, but nothing for Jack.
Okay. Jack will write another letter, or he will have written another letter, prepared to send it.
Where do you send it to?
To my father.
Where at?
Oh boy, you're making me dig out the deep lore here. Let me see where I wrote down Jack was from.
So you know an address. It's like the last known address of your father.
It's where he left his father.
Excellent. Yeah, there's no replies. Nothing back for you yet.
He'll write a letter. The last letter he wrote to his father, he said basically that he was hopeful he might be able to come visit soon. That he was close to solving the problem. But this letter sounds a little less hopeful. Maybe not necessarily entirely hopeless. He did just meditate in a magic sky for a whole night. Who knows what effect that had, but he definitely says that he got a little too carried away and underestimated how challenging this whole problem might be. That it'll be probably some time still before he's able to visit.
Okay.
But that he hopes he's doing well, and he'll write when he can. No, but zero details. Jack has always given 0 details about, like, what he is doing with his life.
Fair enough. All right, noted. All right, so after that, Jack, you and Gingham have a few things to sell and buy, right? I believe there's you're selling the holy symbol.
Yeah, we got a holy symbol from Zashavin. That's the
Uh-huh.
one.
Nice.
Jack swiped it off her neck. It had the card attached, but he removed the card, and it's just a really expensive holy symbol for an evil god, and he does not have any interest in that, so he's gonna sell it.
All right,
And,
and then purchasing
getting a
healing
potion
and some
to
scrolls?
replace Gingham's potion that they drank in the last fight. And then we're getting 4 scrolls of comprehend languages so that Jack can speak to any other weirdos we come across on our adventures and we don't understand their language.
Excellent. I love it.
It seems likely.
It's happened twice so far.
Yeah.
So,
It is a good campaign for it, that's for sure. Okay.
and that's it.
All right. So you guys return back home. Let's see. This was the same day that Krunk made his spells and did all of that stuff. So we're nearing the end of the day. You guys have the archway. Are you guys taking another rest, or are you guys pushing out today?
Gingham will raise their hand. Jack,
Yeah.
you said that you forgot to meditate.
Yeah, I'm going.
I just don't want you to turn into a fluff is all. I'll go
Yeah,
with you again.
What are you going to contemplate?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't have to. It really sucks out there. Well, it doesn't, and then it really does all at once. It was pretty shocking,
It was very cold.
but it's fine. I mean, you can come if you want, I guess. I'm not going to stop you, but
Oh.
you don't have to.
If you wanted it, I would go with you. Just to, be there. I don't know.
Your two's relationship is evolving quite strangely.
What does that mean, Krunk?
It's just an observation.
That Gingham is
To be-
offering to accompany me to the desert.
It just seems a little mother hen.
I don't have to go. I could go to the carnival.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going to go camp out in the desert again and think about how I don't want to be fluff the next time we get in a fight. If that sounds like fun to either of you, I'm not going to stop you from following me, but I'm going to leave now, and I don't care what you do.
Excellent.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
the closest thing you guys will ever get to an invitation from Jack.
So Jack's heading back out to the Mirror Desert.
Fortunate.
What about you, Gingham?
Actually, Gingham's going to go again because they didn't feel different about the fluff. And so they have doubts that it worked the first time.
Oh, but what if it's like an on-off switch? So you just flipped it off, and now you're going to go again and you're going to flip it on.
I'm here
Yeah.
to play with all of the proverbial light switches and just keep like on and off and on and off. Yeah. And I'll try to get Shadow to stay put so that they don't clip through the world again, because no one likes clipping through the world.
Has he been following Gingham this whole time?
Oh, yeah.
He's been following Gingham, and as soon as you approach the mirror this time, he just arms straight at his side, turns around, and runs away.
And runs away.
Bye, Shadow.
Okay, you guys are resting it again?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't
Getting
think
lost.
really this time Jack is focused. He's like, no, fluff, no fluff. He's not going to get
Fantastic.
distracted this time.
You guys are going to take 44 cold damage as you freeze the night
But
away.
we heal
lost
up,
in your
right? We
thoughts.
healed up and then
Healed to
we took
full,
the damage.
And
Yeah,
then
okay.
took 44.
Okay.
Krunk, anything else special for you this evening?
Did I have any more time to work on my door?
It's pretty exhausting. You have to like attune to it, and also you have to like focus on the performers in the town. So you probably are tuckered for tonight, but you're partially done towards the door.
Okay.
But the rest
And
will
I
have to be
don't-
completed after tomorrow.
Sounds good. That I don't have anything special that I'm doing tonight.
Unless you could push through the night and become fatigued the next day, if you want to.
I really just don't feel like that's an ideal choice for me.
We're going to have to spend another day anyway. Or
Oh,
like,
are we?
well, I just mean we're going into tomorrow anyway. So
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. The next day, uneventful in the night, except you guys wake up freezing again.
yay.
What do we got for today?
Well, I wanted to ask if what Krunk said when Jack would have eventually asked, like, what did you do all day?
Oh, Fascinating question, Jack. I studied some spells. I spoke with Shadow briefly. I used the crystal ball for a moment and had a pretty little image that I saw. Now I finished working on some spells. I'm gonna go visit that place that I saw recently, I think.
Hold on, wait. You saw a vision in the crystal ball. So is Krunk freely divulging what happened?
He's a little sketch.
Okay. What are you sharing or not sharing?
If it's very he'll answer any very pointed questions, but he doesn't volunteer his shenaniganery.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Em, but Jack is very good at seeing through lies and misdirection.
Is it like I had breakfast, I murdered someone, I read a book, and then I went on a walk?
Yeah, I saw Shadow in the vision, but anyway, and then also a child, and then I learned this spell, and it was really interesting.
It's a great day overall, honestly.
Well, very productive, very productive. He's maybe a little bit bashful, really, about it all. He feels like maybe he's going to get in a little bit of trubs. So well, if you really insist, Jack, on knowing my shenanigans that I got up to today, I happened to see Shadow inside of the crystal ball, and he was chopping wood and humming a song that I could hear in Shadow's brain, but it was a woman's voice who was humming beforehand. Perhaps you recognize it, and I'm going to hum the melody to Jack.
Oh, Chase? Does this song sound familiar to Jack?
Does it sound like the call?
It does not.
Is that a no to both questions? It does not sound familiar, and it also
does
doesn't
not
sound like the
familiar.
call?
It does not sound like the call.
Okay. I don't think I recognize it. But if you want to go to this farmstead, that seems like it's maybe worth investigating.
I concur entirely. I have put several hours into my door, and I must finish it today, if we want to go visit. Though if we wish to finish this trumpet business, I would understand as well. This is my side project, and you are not beholden to help me.
Well, in a way, it's also my side project, I think. Or now it's Gingham's, because Shadow follows them. I'm just saying Shadow seems like a group project now at this point.
Yes, I suppose if Gingham cares about that sort of thing.
I don't know if they do, but I'll at least come with you. I'm curious about all of this. He was saying green to me again and again, so I'd like to know what that's about. Agreed. Hey, Guy.
Yeah.
You've been tracking days, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is there like a timeline we should be on or anything?
Fast.
Okay.
Don't love that.
Helpful as ever, Guy. What happened? Are we like, is the world gonna end or something? Or
I mean, you might end. Maybe the whole world who can say what threads are tied to what threads.
I don't like that, Jack.
Weaver.
I didn't like that a little.
Hey, Guy, what happens when we get that last card? Jack points to the trumpet archway.
What happens when you get... Oh, that's not the last one.
Okay, well, what happens when we get that last archway?
Well, it's probably going to reevaluate your fate and give you some more options.
Oh, so it's just like a never-ending homework assignment.
Pretty much. Except it ends at about 50-some cards.
That's a lot of cards.
You
expect some of them might be grouped up.
Krunk, I think we could spare a day to look into this. We're going to just be chasing cards for the rest of our lives.
And you know, Jack, it could be quicker. I could finish up 6 hours on my door, and then we could go spend an hour with the human Shadow, and that can go on our merry little adventure.
Yeah, why not go hit a party, do some dancing, watch everything you ever cared about burn to the ground. Lots of things you can add to the agenda.
Okay, Guy, you can go now.
You got it, boss. He's gone in the blink of an eye.
Is he a crusty Tengu still?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think we should go.
Jack.
Yeah.
I try really hard not to talk negatively about other people.
Are you going to say something about Guy? I feel like that's what's coming next. Go ahead.
Guy unsettles me down to the soles of my feet.
Yeah, don't you think it's weird he only turns into enemies?
Yes. I keep trying to not trust him, and yet he hasn't been odd or nefarious on my watch, and I have watched him, Jack.
I know.
But
You
I
know,
don't
you said you were going to
trust
spar him before, and that never happened. Maybe you should let off a little steam sometime and just, exercise a little
Perhaps I should let
violent bonding.
Interesting notion. Yes, I like this plan.
All right, well,
Maybe
I'll meet
next
you
time.
tomorrow after you figure out your closet. Yeah?
Indeed.
And I guess I'll let you decide if you want to tell Gingham or not. It's your thing.
Oh, what do you think?
I think that you should figure out if you're going to trust Gingham or not.
Oh, I see. I don't know yet.
Well, you have got 6 hours of watching Weedle and Jigging to decide, so have fun with that.
That's a down performance now, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
I'm sure you won't be able to think of anything else while you're hanging out there. I'll see you afterward, and you let me know what decision you come to.
Thank you, Jack.
On the upside, that dance is really captivating. I'm sure the 6 hours will go by in a flash.
Are you toying with me on purpose, Jack?
I would never, ever, ever do that.
I like your scoundrel nature. Be gone with you.
Jack slinks off to another corner of the castle.
Excellent. All right, Krunk's finishing up his door. What are Gingham and Jack doing?
If Gingham
everybody got a
does...
hero point at the start of this session. Bye.
Yay.
Yay.
I have an idea for what Jack wants to do, but I've been talking a lot, so I want to...
Go for it.
Well, Gingham can come on this little trip if they want to. I don't know if they're interested or not. But Jack's closet is still in Chiliax. He doesn't really want to spend the time to change it right now. But he did sow a bunch of rumors, and he kind of wants to just see, how things are going over there. So since he has his closet attuned, he's just going to pop over to Chiliax. Oh, this is actually... My idea is Jack can now cast Illusory Disguise. He has not really experimented with that yet, but he feels this little spark of magic. And so I think in the morning when he knows Krunk is going to be hanging out for 6 hours doing the closet attunement, he's going to tap into that little spark he feels and discover that he can form this illusion disguise around him. And he can cast it at 4th level, so he can look like a specific person. So he is going to disguise himself. But as what? A tiefling? Why a tiefling?
Well, because they're all over Chiliax.
Are they?
Yeah.
Things are quite common.
Okay, yeah. He'll disguise himself as he'll look like a nondescript tiefling of Chiliax. Oh, can he have a firebrand emblem on his shoulder as part of the disguise? How intricate can this disguise be, Chase? Can I have a coverable emblem that I can then reveal? Can that be part of the illusion?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I want to have a firebrand emblem.
This is Illusory Disguise, right?
Yes, because I was considering disguising myself as the general. But also,
my goodness.
That lady was really scary, and actually, never mind. I don't think he wants to kick that.
She was
hornet's nest.
terrifying. She was terrifying.
Never mind. We'll just do nondescript tiefling, and go hang around and see what kind of trouble we can get into in Chiliax. You come in, Gingham, or are you sticking around and doing something?
Is Jack asking? I have an idea.
Jack will do a Jack version of an invitation and explain what he's doing that morning and say you can come if you want.
Okay. I'm going to use the wardrobe stone that I have.
Yay!
And I will be, it's within 6 inches. Now remember, Gingham is a foot tall. So this would make them 1.5 feet tall. Baby version of what Jack looks like.
Oh my goodness. Wait, can you...
it's illusory disguise. Yeah, it's the same spell. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Kid tiefling.
Okay.
If Jack goes that far, if Jack's like, I'm going to be a tiefling and I'm going to go.
Sure. When he sees what disguise you have, he's going to say, okay, you are not my child, though. Let's just be clear. You're just like a kid. I don't know, maybe you're my younger sibling or something. I'm not your parent.
Why would I make you my parent? That's a terrible idea.
I agree. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page about that.
Oh, I just thought this would be
Hilarious. All right, let's go.
So you said you're decked out like a firebrand?
I just want the brand available to like flash if I want to.
Okay, but you're not
I'm
like
not gonna
openly
be
presenting as a firebrand.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you guys step through. Why don't you roll me a gather information to kind of get the vibe of what's going on?
What can I use for that again?
You can either use diplomacy, or more risky, you can use intimidation, or you can use perception to just kind of eavesdrop and listen around.
I'll use
Lot of
perception, I think. Yeah, I'll use perception.
Okay. Gingham, do you want to assist? Or are you doing your own thing?
I'm going to do my own because I'm going to make society and diplomacy my master skills for the day.
Okay. And you're also going to gather information?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys go ahead and roll me those. Okay.
I rolled a 43.
With
I have a-
perception. Okay, so here is the thing. With Gingham, you're getting word around town, I imagine, with your diplomacy.
As a small child.
You know.
You're so innocent that people don't really find you threatening, so you're able to kind of hear in some conversations, get the local politics, maybe pick up a paper without much problem. And it does seem like there is scandals going on with this officer that Jack saved, and there is currently a movement that is trying to get him removed from office.
Oh
my goodness.
Jack, the thing that you're going to notice as you're wandering about with your perception, there are wanted posters all around for you, specifically. And do you have the secret speech feat by chance?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, there's wanted posters all around for you. Your main offense is copious public urination and public nudity, and just like this wild list of crimes. And you're wanted for a small bounty, a very low number of 13 gold, 2 silver, 2 copper pieces.
Huh. That seems like a weird amount.
Yeah, it is pretty weird.
Okay. Is there... Jack has run in the underworld of Absalom before. Does anything about this strike him as like a coded message? Or I guess he wants to understand who would put this up, and the charges are so strange and the numbers are so strange. He feels like it must mean something.
Roll me a society.
42?
It definitely seems like some kind of coded thing, though you're not sure what exactly it is, and figuring it out would take some extensive digging.
Well, can I grab a poster?
You can grab one, yeah, sure.
I'll grab a poster and I'll take it with me.
Okay.
If nothing else, it's a fun souvenir.
Did they draw him right?
Yeah, how's my nose?
Yeah.
It's a pretty spot-on portrait.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. 13
cool.
gold. If it was more money, Jack would think about turning himself in to get the reward.
That's so good.
Oh,
with my disguise, or with Gingham or something like that. Set up a little operation.
Gingham walks in trailing Jack. Look what I found.
We could figure it out.
Yeah.
But as it stands, Jack will admire the work that he and Gingham did and take a poster and head home.
All right. You guys get home. Krunk has the door reattuned. Where do you guys go from here?
I guess through the door.
Jack. Yes. I
Krunk,
have prepared.
Check this out. Look, I'm wanted for 13 gold. Isn't that hilarious?
Can I have this?
Oh, well, maybe after. I think it's some kind of code. So I was hoping to spend some time trying to crack it. But I guess after if you want it. Or, there were so many in Cheliax, I could just go back sometime and probably grab another.
Oh, well, if you have a moment, I would love to have one.
Krunk, you and Gingham, either of you don't have secret language, do you?
No, but I have esoteric lore.
Nice. Esoteric lore wouldn't cut it here.
I have a super taster, so if I lick the poster, can I know?
That's it.
That's
This
it.
is a coded message. Here's what I got from the taste.
Yeah.
Tastes like code.
I don't see the problem. Would you say that a piece of paper is, in theory, a three-dimensional object?
Yeah.
In more than just theory.
I have impossible gossip. Remember the really weird feat I just took for Gingham to make them more weird?
Ask the paper what it means.
It's the GM discretion if I can speak to it and what I would know.
Let's take a look here. Impossible gossip.
I can cast Speak with Stone.
I mean, if it could mimic a creature's appearance.
I mean, Jack's picture is drawn.
Oh
My goodness.
Here.
Can it have Jack's voice if it
Yeah.
does speak to Gingham?
Yeah. Yes, it can.
I'm so
This
reaching.
is straight out of Hogwarts.
No, it's good. All right, you using it?
You're gonna let me? Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
gonna let me, I will.
Oh yeah.
Gingham's gonna tap Jack's knee. Can I look at that again?
Oh, sure. Don't wrinkle it too much. I want to look at it later, though.
Well, Gingham goes very still and tilts their head.
And you're casting it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, you speak.
What do you want?
I want to know what secrets you hold.
What secrets I hold? What does
You
that
want-
mean?
Well, you're wanted for a very low amount, 13 gold. Isn't that insulting?
Jack's portrait looks down, looks like it's trying to reach around and see the amount. Oh yeah. Nah, that's definitely a message.
Yeah, what is it?
I think I'm looking for myself.
You're looking for yourself.
Yeah.
You?
That Firebrand group.
Oh, the firebrands are looking for you.
Yeah, they want to reward me
Oh, for your... What, for burning down the theater?
for my heroic efforts in sowing chaos.
Oh, what wonderful news. Where are the firebrands?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
They just drew me. I think they're my dad and my mom.
I definitely...
I'm a pretty big deal, though.
I know, very big deal. And accurate to boot.
Also, is Gingham saying this out loud?
Oh my
No.
gosh, there's no limit.
Oh.
It lasts for an hour. Okay, I was thinking you allude to your question.
You're just going to have a
Gingham
telepathic
is-
conversation?
Gingham is still with their head tilted. They are not moving. They are statuesque.
I'm deeply unsettled.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't like it.
Should we just go, or what's happening?
I was gonna invite him, but if he's gonna stand here silently for an hour, we should probably leave.
It's like Jack is like, Gingham, we're gonna go. Gingham's
I hear something. So the firebrands want to reward you for the chaos that you sowed. Anything
they're
else that the firebrands want to do?
They made me in some kind of secret underground tavern, and then I think I got rolled up and stuck in a bag. So I don't know where they're at, but I know
Okay.
they're looking for me.
Uh-huh.
Pretty big deal. And I don't think I'm actually wanted for copious amounts of public urination.
No, I don't think you've pissed all over anything that I've seen.
Never say never, but not copious amounts.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you talking to me, Jack.
Oh, yeah, sure. Pal.
Hey. Gingham's gonna
And
snap.
We exit. Gingham snaps out right as we disappear through the closet.
we're like, see
He
you
didn't
later.
respond. He died for 2 more minutes. Let's go.
Wait!
Dashes through.
All right, so you two step to the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys step through the closet, and Krunk, this place does not look like what you saw through the crystal ball. You can see some of the surrounding area looks similar, but this place is not cozy and bright and green. It is brown and dead and sad looking. All of the trees look like they've rotted away. The grass is dead and patchy with mostly dirt. And where that cozy house once stood, there is now just a pile of rubble. And the only thing that you can see that looks pretty much the exact same, though maybe a little bit more rotted away, is the tree stump where Shadow was chopping wood.
Does it look like this happened a long time ago, or does this look like it happened within the
That
12
would be
hours?
a crafting check.
A crafting check, not a survival?
I guess survival could cut it as well.
Thank you.
The 2 skills I'm not trained in.
31.
31. This definitely happened a long time ago. Like years.
This is so strange. I didn't think. The vision that I saw through the crystal ball, it was to this location, but it looked completely different. Years have passed. I frankly don't understand.
Well, we don't really know where Shadow came from.
Or when.
True. Maybe that all happened a long time ago.
I was just gonna say, could I go and go to the stump and see if I can find the name Lily carved into it anywhere?
Yeah, as you check out the stump, you don't see the name Lily carved anywhere.
I just would like to do a general perception check and look for signs of, what's the word? Destruction?
Sure.
Violent destruction or something like that, beyond just, oh, nature and time has worn away the building.
Are you just looking around, or are you digging through rubble or anything?
I'll start with wide view, and then I'll probably just kind of go picking through the rubble here and there.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception.
I'll use my eye slash. Okay, that's a 36.
A 36. All right, before I get to that, Krunk, you don't see any initials carved in there, but you do see a worn down ball that is the one that was being thrown in what you saw for the dog. Jack, with your perception, this does look like there was violent destruction that happened here. As you glance around the rubble, you see bits of burned wood and acrid looking dirt where it looks like maybe acid had been thrown around. And you do see a door on top of the rubble that has big gouge marks from some sort of claws.
Could I try to recognize what may have, are those hag claws?
Go ahead and roll me a hag lore.
Let's be honest, that's really the only creature that Jack is worried about. 34 hag lore.
34? With the mix of acid and the shapes and size of the claws, yes, it could be a hag.
Oh boy. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. Do green hags deal with acid, or is that a different kind?
Green hags do deal with acid.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's no good. Chase, can I walk around and do detect magic everywhere?
And do detect magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You pick up just the slightest little subtle abjuration aura from underneath the rubble.
I'm gonna dig for it.
Okay. Roll me in athletics.
I would be so thrilled to roll you in athletics, my guy. I'm a master in athletics. I have Hefty Holler. Anything else that I need to note?
With Hefty Holler, I'll just let you get it.
36? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're able to move that rubble away. Underneath the rubble, as you start digging away, first you stumble across what appears to be a skeleton of some sort of canine creature. And as you dig even deeper, you do eventually find that the source of that magic is there is a humanoid-looking skeleton that around its neck has a little twine and bird skulled necklace around their neck.
Can I figure out what type of item this is?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an occultism.
Okay.
What size is this skeleton? Adult size?
Adult-sized.
I rolled a 4. It's a 23.
3. This does not look like any kind of common magic item that you've seen before. And it doesn't seem too powerful. The aura that's coming off of it is quite weak.
Okay.
Gingham,
do you know what this
It
is?
looks like self-crafted, not by a professional hand.
Egg related?
Yeah, go ahead
Maybe?
and roll me a hag lore.
It's excellent. Oh my gosh, I'm on a roll.
Rolling good.
37 hag lore.
37 hag lore. You've heard of things like this before. You know to look on the other side of the bird skull. There are some little runes that are engraved on the side. These are mostly superstition, though some people believe that they do work. And Krunk, with your detect magic, it could be legit. These are just charms that people make to protect against the evils of hags, specifically the runes carved into the back.
Okay, Jack will walk up to you. He's crouched over this door, his face sinking, and then he sees you pull that up and he walks over and kind of flips it around for you to see.
You've maybe tried to make similar things in the past, Jack, but you found that they didn't really help much with the call and didn't hold much weight.
Yeah, he kind of chuckles sardonically when he points this out to Krunk and yeah, a vain effort to protect against probably what happened here, which I don't know if you saw all of the acid burns and the scratch marks, but unfortunately, this looks a lot like the work of a green hag.
Jack, where is the little girl, Lily?
How would I know?
But I did not find her skeleton. Was she taken by a hag? Do hags take children, Jack?
Well, sure. I mean, but also who's to say that Lily didn't just grow up? Jack points down at the adult skeleton. Can you tell if it's male or female or anything?
Can I roll a perception? I don't know, medicine. Do I even have to roll? I'm a master, and like hips are distinctive.
Yeah, still roll me. It'll be an easy check, but
33.
33. It is a human male skeleton.
This is a man. Is he approximately the size of Shadow?
Yeah.
I would presume that this is our dear friend Shadow.
Also, either of you can roll me a nature.
Gingham's here, right? Gingham dashed through the door, right?
Yeah. Probably a delay, though.
Yeah, we've been looking around and digging through rubble, though. I'm just saying, I think if Gingham wanted to be involved with rolling dice.
Yeah, Gingham, you can pop through for sure.
Pops up, what you looking at?
Hag stuff. The usual, it seems like these days.
Oh.
Is this a recall knowledge chase with nature?
Yeah, it is.
An esoteric lore?
What?
Yeah.
Huh? 30?
30.
For Jack?
32.
All right, you guys are kind of investigating around, poking around. As you're looking around, a particular patch of flowers catches your eyes. As you've been looking around, you note that they change colors very slowly as they blow in the wind. They go from like an orange, and then melt into a purple, and then into a green, and Gingham, as you look at this flower, you get a weird sensation in your chest. Like you start to feel muddled, slightly confused, and you just collapse. Gingham just blacks out. Jack, you with your 30 know that you've recognized this plant. You've seen it before. This is called a polychrome lily. They grow in Taldor's wetlands, particularly around the Depoven Slough. And so that kind of, that you're somewhere in Taldor near the wetlands.
Do I know if they have some kind of effect that makes people
They don't.
pass out?
They're just like, yeah.
Krunk? Jack bends down toward Gingham and is like kind of trying to like softly rouse them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Check?
A medicine check? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like smelling salts, stuff like that.
Not snake salts, smelling
snake
salts.
Oh, it was on the 18, then tipped to the 4. 25.
Hard to tell with poppets, but it looks like Gingham just fainted. Doesn't look
It's
like
made of fluff. What am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. You think I know?
Stitch him. I can't wake him up. I can grab him and shake him like a baby doll, but I can't imagine that'd be...
Okay, just calm down, okay? They're alive, we think.
Gingham,
Probably.
you wake up feeling very overwhelmed for a moment. You don't even remember exactly what happened or why you passed out. But the memory of that flower kind of fades. You feel like you maybe knew what it was and it slipped your memory.
Hello, you good?
Hi. What are we doing?
Did you see another vision? That happens to you sometimes.
No, not this time.
What's
It's
the deal
like-
with that flower?
The world smashed me for just a moment. It's fine though. Did you know that the firebrands are trying to contact you?
What?
No, it's not the time, Gingham.
Oh, sorry.
You're passing out and being stranger than normal.
I'm fine.
No, you're obviously not.
Hi.
You feel fine, Gingham. Still
I
a little
feel-
bit chilly.
I'm a little cold from the
Stop
night on the lake.
dancing.
I'm sorry.
Trunk's like, I just had to watch that for 6 hours.
I
Don't
feel
do that
fine.
anymore.
I'm sorry. I won't.
You passed out when you looked at those flowers, Gingham. Do those
Look at him
mean anything
again,
to
I
you?
dare you.
They look very pretty.
They're gorgeous. What are they?
You mean you don't know?
No. We could pick them. Gingham starts walking over to the flower.
Is there any significance to them, Chase? Or it's just like a flower. It's just
Yeah,
a...
they're just a flower. They're not even like medicinal or anything. They're a pretty popular flower in this area. People give them as gifts and stuff because of the way they change colors. They're just very pretty.
Do these ones look planted intentionally, like a garden, or just wild growing?
They look wild growing.
Okay. They're polychrome lilies, Krunk.
The little girl's name was Lily, I think.
Yeah, if that's who he was talking about.
Gingham starts picking them.
Maybe don't pick all of them, Gingham.
Oh, not all of them, but
We should bring them back to Shadow and see if they have a
That's-
reaction.
that's what I want.
Taking credit for my idea?
No. Here. Hands them to Krunk.
Thank you so much.
And give them to Shadow.
Before we head back through the closet, if that's where we're going next. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but those lilies only grow around the Taldor wetlands, so we're somewhere around there.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to try something just before we head home. It's maybe dangerous, so just stick nearby, and if I start moving weird, Krunk, then just grab me and pull me back through the closet, okay?
Sure, but I wanted to look for Lily's body, if at all possible.
Oh, yeah. We can do that first.
Chase,
I'll
can I spend some
help.
time looking around?
Yeah, roll me a survival.
Gingham
Oh,
will
Or,
help
or
too.
perception. I'll let you do another one.
Okay, I'll help with perception.
Okay.
I got a 33.
Let's see if I assist. Oh, I super assist.
I also super assist.
Nice. 37 with the +4. You don't find any other remains, just the dog and the human male.
He's so sad about this.
Does the dog have a collar or anything?
No.
Are there any, as we're picking through very thoroughly, are there any other personal effects or objects that look, like they belonged to this person?
Looks like everything's been pretty pillaged and ransacked.
I low-key want to bring the body back for a burial.
I respect that, Krunk, but I'm also not sure how Shadow will react to seeing it may be his skeleton.
Oh, these are Shadow's bones?
How would Shadow
I don't
know that
know.
it is his skeleton?
I don't know. How does Shadow have a mouth made of twine?
Understandable.
I'll leave it up to you. I was just pointing out that we don't really know what the effects will be.
It just feels wrong to me to just leave a body here.
Well, why don't we bury it here, where its home was, presumably, not an it. You know what I mean.
I understand, Jack.
If I died at my house, I don't think I would want to be taken and buried in some weirdo place like Harrow Court. That's all I mean.
Of course, perhaps this child will come to look for him someday.
Would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Come on,
All right.
let's get to it.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and dig a hole.
Okay.
Jack will help.
Yeah.
You gotta bury the dog,
You
too.
dig a hole or two, easy enough. Burying the bodies.
Yep, burying the bodies and then
Put some lilies on the graves.
oh, that's so sweet. Let's do that. And then what hellscape is Jack entering here?
Maybe nothing. Jack wants to try and open the call, basically. He doesn't really know what that will do, but he's kind of wondering if this green hag who came through here was his mother. And if so, maybe there would be some kind of weird psychic print. You know what I mean? Jack doesn't know how any of this stuff works. It doesn't make any sense to him, so he's gonna just try it.
I think it's a great
Excellent.
idea.
Yeah, you open yourself up to that. You've tried this before, right?
Yes, and Krunk knows what it looks like now. So, and Jack will tell Krunk what he's doing, so that
Yeah.
Krunk is ready.
You start to muster that up and you feel a surge of that familiar feeling, and then it immediately just drains from you. And when you open your eyes, Krunk and Gingham, you guys both notice Jack's green eye is gone, and it now matches the color of his other eye.
What the hell?
Hmm.
Okay, Jack, are you feeling all right?
It's like it left.
That should be an apt description. Yes, your eyes. Well, and I'm
they
gonna hold up my
match.
shiny shield so he can take a peek-sees for himself.
Do you think the big sky worked?
I don't know.
I know not, young Jack, but how do you feel?
Jack will try and focus on that feeling again.
Can't even muster it this time.
I think it's gone. I think it's gone. I think it's gone for real. I can't feel it.
Oh,
It's great, Jack. I'm
Hi.
really happy for you.
I I can't even believe it. I don't trust it, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. Will this last forever? I don't know. Man, I've just gone my whole life. I guess if this is permanent, it's going to take me some time to not just be looking over my shoulder waiting for it to come surging back one day. Man, okay. This has been a lot. Well, I guess I didn't really learn much. I felt it for a second. I guess that's all I can tell you. Yeah. Should we bring some lilies to Shadow?
I think we should. And the amulet. Well, maybe not give it to him, but perhaps maybe give it to him. I might learn something.
Good idea.
Are you quite all right, Jack?
I think so. The universe has been a fickle friend to me, so I'm cautiously optimistic, but I can't help but feel like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know what I mean?
Perhaps your friend Willem will have some insight for you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, maybe. Willem is about 50% helpful, 50% infuriating, so I guess we'll just see which we get in 3 days.
Then let us return then. I do not wish to linger here much longer.
Yeah, same.
And you guys have your little portal still hovering behind where you came through with the door. You guys are going back through?
Yeah.
All right. You guys step through, and as the last of you goes through, there's a shuffling of cards as it closes behind you. And we will call that an evening for tonight.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like what we do and you want to see more, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a thing. Or if podcasts are more your thing, find the audio version of this show on the Level 1 Geek podcast on your favorite listening platform. If you'd like to show your support, you can find links to our website, Discord, and Patreon in the description below. Now go take a long rest, drink plenty of water, and we'll catch you next time.